Hello, everyone. Welcome to the last thought for the day before our summer break. This is Friday, the 30th of July. And if you missed the announcement that I made on our last talk just a few days ago, Guy and myself will be taking a little break during the month of August. So there'll be no thoughts for the day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday throughout August. We hope to resume service as usual when September comes round. It's just with the holidays and so forth and people not being here, we thought this would be a natural time to have a little break. If any of you have been taking note or are interested, this is actually Thought for the Day number 197. So thanks to you who are listening, and thanks to Guy, of course, as well, who has been helping out of late as well. Now, in my last talk, I read from an article which was entitled, I have it here, it was an open letter to the hesitant church goer, because we know that people are looking to get back to church, but they're a little bit anxious, a little bit hesitant in just when to do that and how to do that. So I found an email article that had come out recently. I thought it was helpful, and I read from that. So if you missed that and you are a hesitant church goer, well, you might like to go back to the 28th of July, that particular post, and you'll get some advice there for the hesitant church goer, if that is yourself. I also said during the last talk that I would be reading from another article which I had received, and this one is entitled "Things Will Never Be Normal, and That's Okay." This is an article in the Christianity Today magazine. It's a magazine for church leaders and pastors and ministers and so forth. It's actually an article by a chap called Scot McKnight. Now, he's a well-known author, and he's a bit of an expert in the field of church planting and church growth, etc. So it comes from a good stable, as it were. And I thought I would just read some excerpts from this particular article. It was the title that caught my attention: "Things Will Never Be Normal, and That's Okay." He says actually on the first page here, "Every day I get a call from someone who wants to know when we'll get back to normal. And the honest answer is we just don't know. The real answer, he suspects, is that we will never get back to normal. No one knows what to make of these new realities. Are we back to normal yet? Is this the new normal? Will we ever get back to normal? What was normal anyway?" So he goes on, and it's a challenging article. It's a thought-provoking article. Just because I'm reading it doesn't mean to say I agree with everything that's in it, but he does make some valid and challenging points, which I'll share with you. He says, first of all, there is one group of people who are never coming back to church. They were nominally connected, and when they stopped coming to church, they didn't notice a significant loss of anything meaningful. They're doing fine without church, and though they may not have told anyone yet, they aren't coming back. Well, again, there he's just spelling out what a lot of us had assumed or believed all along. There are some people who've stopped coming to church, and they ain't coming back, unfortunately. He goes on to say there's a second group. The second group, who hasn't yet returned to church, are those who like the online service. They get up, they fix their coffee, they sit together on the couch and watch the service online. It works for them. They enjoy watching the service in their pyjamas and not having to fight the traffic. It's easy and less stressful on their family. They may come to church for special occasions, for big services like Easter and Christmas, but other than that, they're not coming back either. Scot McKnight here says that attendance in local churches won't go back to pre-COVID levels, and we need to understand this. Now, personally, I don't want to understand that. I would like to think, certainly where we're concerned in Larbert, I am hoping and praying that not only will our attendance go back to pre-COVID levels, but it will actually exceed the levels that we were used to. So we're allowed to differ on that one, Mr. McKnight. He goes on to say, now where we are is where we are, and where we are is a great place to start. How many times have we told ourselves that if we just knew who the committed members were, the ones who are coming back, if we knew who they were, then we could change the world again. Well, now we will know. And he says, here's the good news. Jesus has a way of doing miraculous work with whoever shows up. Look at the first disciples. Not one of us would have hired any of them, yet Jesus chose them, and they went on to change the world. Jesus never chased after anyone. Neither should we. Work with who shows up. Get serious about discipleship and serving your community. And he goes on to round up everything by saying, coming out of the pandemic has given us a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change things in our local churches. I'm not sure we'll get another opportunity. Let's not waste this one. Things are never going back to normal, and that's okay. So that's the gist of the article. I don't want to add too much to it. Of course, I do want to encourage everybody and then some more to come back, and I hope that will be the case. Yes, things may have changed. We may have to let some things go. We've certainly, during the pandemic, we've picked up a lot of new skills and a lot of different ways of doing things. So I'm optimistic. I want to build on that, and if we need to jettison a few things, well, so be it. We'll go in the strength and in the will of the Lord. So if you're hesitant about coming back to church, please consider carefully what you want to do and when you want to do it. And as I said, if you're looking for what's normal, well, let's make our new circumstances and our new situation, let's make that the new normal and move forward. So, as I said, I'm heading off on my holidays just now. Be away for most of the month of August. I'm hoping that during that time we'll get news that regulations will ease further, and I'm hoping when I come back that any of you who are a little bit anxious or nervous about coming back to church will be able to overcome that and come back. I look forward to more people being in church simply because the restrictions will have been relaxed and we'll be allowed more people in church. So I'm looking forward to seeing you face to face. All this screen business serves its purpose, and it's great to have this facility. But I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you face to face in church. And things may not be back to normal, but that will still be okay. So I'm off on a break. I hope you either have had a break or are looking forward to a break. One way or the other, enjoy the rest of the summer. And as I said, I look forward to seeing you on screen, but especially in church come the end of August into the beginning of September. Until then, please remember, keep safe, keep praying, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Until then, bye for now.